Good morning and welcome to After GMS on this Tuesday, September 29th. We've got a lot to talk about this morning, but first some introductions are necessary. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Malaris in the studio. Stacey Spivey is working from home and our Ed Matthews is waiting for the rain to come in the weather garden.
Yeah, one of our big conversations today on After GMS focuses on the CDC's newly released guidelines for a safe Thanksgiving. We want you to go ahead and drop a comment here on our Facebook feed. I see some of you are already doing that. While we give you some time, we'll talk about it momentarily. Let's get to Ed Matthews. Ed, you're tracking a chance for some severe weather, but you say mostly we just need to be on guard today.
That's it. Hopefully we'll get through the afternoon without any severe weather or heavy rain. But certainly it is a possibility, even though it's a low chance. It is something that we can't ignore. So we'll keep an eye on things. Hey, I'm seeing a little sunshine peek through this morning. The rain will really ramp up as we head through the afternoon and into the early evening. So go ahead and grab that umbrella this morning as you head out and start your day. We're on our way to the mid-70s. We'll be on the lookout for a few strong storms and maybe some heavy downpours. Rainfall amounts will be kind of widespread, anywhere from a half of an inch. Downpours could give some areas upwards of an inch of rain, and we couldn't rule out a few strong storms. This particular front in the upper atmosphere just has a lot of energy associated with it. So even though a low chance of severe weather, again, we need to stay on top of things, and that's exactly what your forecast team will do, and we'll keep you posted on any watches or warnings that are issued later today and through the evening. Now, the rain should be east of our area after midnight. Some of our models clear us out rather quickly. We'll keep a few extra clouds in early on Wednesday, but I think it will clear as we head through the day. It'll be cooler, upper 60s, and then sun and clouds on Thursday and 73. A cold front moves through early on Friday, but this one's going to be dry, so we don't expect any rain, but it's going to bring a big batch of autumn air into the Piedmont for Friday and right on through the weekend. Yeah, look at those high temperatures, mid-60s and refreshingly cool, or maybe some of you would say cold, with mid-40s at night.
All right, so that's going to be one of our big things to watch all day today because we're thinking of an afternoon potential threat for some severe weather. So of course we'll keep you updated on all of our platforms. Ed Matthews, you're the man. You do it like nobody else can. So
well, I got a great team of coworkers here, and we're always on top of things like this. We might get through and not have any severe weather, but we're ready to go if we do.
All right, let's hope for the first one. All right, well, we've been talking about plans for fall on the Good Morning Show, and the CDC just recently released guidelines for Thanksgiving. So this morning, we're asking you, what do your Thanksgiving holiday plans look like?
Yeah, are you thinking about it? Are you still undecided? Are you carrying on as normal or scaling back amid COVID-19?
Let us know in the comments, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the plan for a safe Thanksgiving. So the CDC is telling people to stay home if at all possible and not to travel to see family. They've broken holiday activities into 3 categories: low risk, moderate risk, and high risk. So while you guys have some time now to write down your comments, Stacey, I know you've been monitoring what people have been saying. Let's give people a few more minutes, and we'll turn to you first, Ed Matthews. What is your plan for Thanksgiving?
Well, definitely going to be with family. I'm just not sure of the geographical location. It may be here in Greensboro at my crib, downtown Greensboro, or it may be in Sanford. You know, my good buddy Taran Kirksey a couple of weeks ago said, well, I'm not planning on taking the day off on Thanksgiving. If you're interested in being off that day, go ahead and take it off and be with your family. I haven't made that move yet. I got to check and see how many more vacation days I got left. I might have used them all. I don't know. But I thought that was a very nice gesture from him. He's a great guy.
Yeah. You know what? You guys have a great working relationship, and that's what it is. It's all about teamwork, right?
Oh, you better believe it. Yeah, definitely weather. You got to have a great team, and we do have one of the at WFMY.
That's very true. Okay, Stacey, you might be working this Thanksgiving, you think, which is great news for me.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if I think about it that way.
Well, I'm not sure yet. I just assume because I did ask for Christmas, but we'll see. And that's just something that we have to deal with in this business, right? But a lot of people already weighing in about their Thanksgiving plans. A lot of people saying they're probably not going to change their plans because of these recommendations. Jason says traditional lunch with one side of the family, then non-traditional for supper with the other side. Melissa says Thanksgiving will be celebrated normally as well as Christmas. Another person said that they're not going to be traveling though. Lakia says we don't have a large gathering for the holidays, so no changes necessary. And Koya says no traveling, Thanksgiving at home with my family and friends. And then I have to end with Jason's comment because it made me laugh. He replied to Megan's post about it and said, "Can we get through Halloween first?"
Yeah, I can understand that because I too am waiting for the next big holiday, right? But you do have to call ahead if you are planning to order, like I was telling you on the Good Morning Show. I have already called Honey Baked Ham and to see when they're starting to take their orders for Thanksgiving, ham and turkeys. I usually like to pick mine up a few days before the holiday because the day before the holiday, you can't get through Battleground Avenue. So it's not yet time. I was a little ahead of the ball, but it does get you start to think, I started to decorate for Halloween the other day. So I was like, well, what comes next? Thanksgiving. So there's an order. I'm jumping it a little, but Meg, it's just kind of one of those things that you do when you're a busy mom. You just kind of roll.
Yeah, and keep rolling and don't stop. But I agree with Jason, obviously Halloween comes first. I think the CDC had already issued those Halloween guidelines and is now thinking, okay, it's probably time to do Thanksgiving because in a normal non-pandemic year, people are making Thanksgiving travel plans by now. In fact, if you head into early October and you're planning to fly somewhere and you don't have that flight booked, you're going to be paying a lot of money if you can even get a seat on an airplane. Now, obviously with COVID-19, a lot of that's different this year, I imagine, or at least hope. Families are not planning to travel a long distance to see relatives and are sticking to those smaller gatherings in accordance with these guidelines that just came out. But I thought that was a great idea that the CDC had about doing kind of a virtual Thanksgiving. Obviously, it's not the same, but at least you would be logged on with your extended family, maybe who lives in another state, and be able to share some camaraderie over, your turkey, your wine, whatever you're having with dinner, and still feel like you have that sense of family involvement, even though, your own gathering in person might be just your spouse or your children or maybe your parents' immediate family this year. We'll see.
Yeah, so I don't know, Stace, I know a lot more people are starting to weigh in here, but a lot of people are saying, it doesn't really matter what the CDC says. I'm not going to change how I celebrate the holiday. And, you can certainly understand, people's desire to make things as normal as possible. I certainly want to make it that way as well. Thankfully for me, my family lives close by, so I don't have to travel. I don't have to get on a plane. I don't have to get on a train. I don't have to buy a bus ticket. I can literally drive down 2 miles if I'd like. But we've been trying to keep things intimately this year, especially now that I'm expecting. So it won't be big by any means.
Yeah, absolutely. We are still hearing from Pat, who said she usually has 20 plus people, but is considering canceling this year's big gathering. Hopefully not, though. We'll just have to see, I think, how things work out in the next weeks ahead. These numbers and these metrics that we give you every day on WFMY News 2 at noon are going to be very important. Potentially we could see North Carolina entering phase 3 of the reopening plan as soon as this Friday. We'll have to wait and evaluate what happens there. While we give you some time to weigh in on our next talker, which is National Coffee Day, we're asking how you take your coffee. Let's get to your morning headlines, and we'll start with this. Guilford County parents have some more time to decide if they want to send their children back to the classroom or continue with online learning year-round. The district extended the deadline to sign up for 2 virtual academies. The new deadline is this Friday at 5 p.m. Nursing homes in North Carolina will now allow indoor visits. The state health department made this announcement yesterday. Facilities with no new COVID cases in the last 14 days can hold indoor visits, though many safety protocols remain in place. Communal dining and group activities can also resume.
COVID-19 testing, a critical key in slowing the spread of COVID-19. That's why Guilford County Public Health is not slowing down on its efforts to get as many people tested as possible, and they're doing that for free. WFMY News 2's Candace Red shares where you can get tested in this area this week.
This morning we're at the Guilford County Department of Public Health in Greensboro, and as you can see behind me, there's a white tent standing along with orange cones. That's because the health department is partnering with the Office of Emergency Management to hold a drive-through COVID-19 testing event. We do know that the testing is open to all Guilford County residents, regardless of insurance status. Before attending the event, you must call the health department to schedule an appointment in advance. Now, during the call, a health representative will conduct a confidential pre-screening to confirm if you're a candidate for testing. A COVID-19 test is recommended for people with a cough, difficulty breathing, sore throat, loss of taste or smell, or any other symptoms of COVID-19. The test is also suggested for people who've been in close contact with an infected person. Well, after the pre-screening, you'll receive the date and time for your appointment. Remember, you must wear a face mask at the testing site. But right now, you're looking at the latest COVID-19 numbers confirmed by the Guilford County Public Health Department. So far, there are more than 8,400 cases and 171 deaths in Guilford County. The latest report also shows 665 hospitalizations and nearly 5,000 recoveries to date. If you plan on taking the COVID-19 test, you can expect the results in 3 to 4 business days. Taking a look at your screen because I want to make sure you have all of the information. The dates and times for the testing event again are shown on your screen. Wednesday and Friday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Testing will be held at the Guilford County Department of Public Health again in Greensboro. You must make an appointment in advance by calling 336-641-7527. For more details, all you have to do is visit our website, WFMYnews2.com.
Well, big news. President Donald Trump and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden will face off for the first presidential debate tonight. It will be held in Cleveland, Ohio, moderated by Fox News Sunday anchor Chris Wallace. CBS, of course, will have full coverage on WFMY News 2 tonight starting at 9. As many as 100 million people are expected to watch the first debate. All right, we have to move on to our next conversation here. Coffee drinkers. You don't want to miss today, right, Stace?
Oh yeah, well, it's National Coffee Day, so it's a day to celebrate and make sure you keep your cup of joe full to the brim this morning. And actually, there are a lot of awesome deals going on, so you can make sure you can get a free cup of coffee somewhere. According to Delish.com, you can get a grande or bigger handcrafted beverage for free loaded to your account at Starbucks. At Dunkin' Donuts, if you buy anything, you'll get a free medium hot or iced coffee. Sheetz is offering a free cold brew to anyone who orders through their app, and anyone can get a free coffee at Krispy Kreme today. And if you're a rewards member there, you can get a free donut too. So I asked you on my Facebook page, how do you like your coffee? And here are some of the responses. Shaylee says she likes her coffee black. Charles says black, straight out of the coffee pot. Greg says creamer with sugar or sugar substitute, 1 cup. And Freddie says, not a coffee person, I'm a truck driver. How do you drive a truck without having coffee? That'd be difficult for me. And Peggy says, love my coffee black. That's how my husband drinks his coffee. No creamer. I like a lot of creamer, and I think it was Jason that said he likes his creamer with coffee. Yeah, that's kind of how I am too. But Nadine says coffee light and sweet. Yay, coffee. Lakia says I like my coffee black with 2 packs of sugar. My mom says I may as well have no sugar. And let's see. Yeah, Jason said a little bit of coffee with creamer. Megan said her favorite creamer is peppermint, and she said she wishes the store sold bigger jugs of it. Megan, I totally agree. That is a very good coffee creamer. I don't know if I like that better or the pumpkin spice, though. I like them both.
Yeah, you know, it's a toss-up, but Tina agrees with me. She said, I don't know why it has to be a seasonal thing. Why can't they just keep the big jars of peppermint out all year round like they do hazelnut, vanilla, whatever have you? But Tracy McCain, such a sweet friend, texted me the other day when she was at the supermarket having found a large thing of peppermint creamer. She thought of me.
Yay.
Yes, but we have a large thing of peppermint, or pumpkin rather, to finish before we get into the whole peppermint swing of things this year. But yeah, you know, I love creamer. Not a big sugar fan, but I guess you could argue that, well, creamer has sugar in it, so isn't that a little hypocritical? But hey, you know, whatever works these days. I think creamer is good in coffee, though. It's a necessity for me.
One of the best parts about working here is that either Angela Hare, who's a great director and friend, or Ed Matthews, who's also a great friend, will make coffee for everyone. And you never even have to touch the coffee pot because they've already made it for everyone in the building, which is so great. But now that I'm not drinking coffee, I just smell it and I'm like, I wish, you know.
Yeah.
But thanks, Ed, you're always on the ball.
Oh yeah, try to be anyway. Yeah, that's one of the first things I do when I get to the station is head into the canteen and make some coffee. Usually decaf, but either one, it doesn't matter. I'm hyper enough, so I tend to do the decaf. In terms of creamer, lots and lots and lots of French vanilla. I like that. Try to avoid sugar because of my diabetes, but I use Splenda. Splenda's good in coffee, but I do love a good, fresh, hot cup of coffee in the morning. Gets me going.
So where are we pooling our resources for our trip for coffee today? Or tea, as I might have it. Anybody have any ideas? Because there's so many deals, right? Dunkin' has a deal, Starbucks has a deal.
Yeah, anywhere.
Krispy Kreme has deals.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme, you can just go get a coffee. You don't even have to buy anything else. So
Oh, but you got to buy something else. You got to. If you go to Krispy Kreme, I would suggest 3 dozen donuts back to the station.
That's what they get you. Yeah, free coffee. You don't have to buy
Drop
anything.
them by my house.
That's so funny. You know, Stacey, you mentioned your husband likes to drink his coffee black. My husband never drank coffee, and then we had the baby, and then I saw him start firing up the Keurig machine every morning as well. So, you know, things change when you need a little caffeine boost, right?
Yeah, nothing changes your life like a baby or a pandemic, and I'll stick by that any day.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this forecast. Ed Matthews, I've got to say, you know, we will clear out eventually, but today could be rough.
Yeah, you know, low chance of severe weather, but it's something that we would never, ever ignore. Maybe we can get through the afternoon and evening without severe weather, but the elements are on the chessboard, and we got to see how they come together as we head through the afternoon and evening. A few strong storms can't be ruled out. And also, we'll be on the lookout for those storms that may produce some heavy downpours. That'll be the afternoon through the evening. Now, most of the rain should be east of the Triad just after midnight. We'll make it into the mid and upper 70s today. I'm actually seeing a little filtered sunshine through the clouds this morning, but the rain really ramps up as we head through the afternoon. And then tomorrow, maybe some leftover clouds early, but we're going to clear it out and cool it off. Look at those upper 60s tomorrow. Thursday, nice day, sun and clouds in lower 70s. And then by early Friday, a dry cold front will move through. Not going to produce any rain, but behind it, oh, another big taste of autumn air. Look at those highs there, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Mid 60s and chilling down into those mid 40s at night.
Oh yeah, so the cool down is coming.
It's on the way, but I do encourage everybody to stay with us as we head through the afternoon and evening. Of course, the forecast team is going to be on top of it. Maybe we'll get lucky, but again, we got to be mindful that there could be a few strong or severe storms and some heavy rain later today, so we'll keep you updated.
All right, well, it looks like Stacey is raising her hand like she's in school. What's up, Stacey?
I'm like, I got to raise my hand so I can speak. No, everyone was just asking about your bump, Tracy, and wanted to see it, and I missed it, so I need you to turn to the side so we can all see it.
So I posed a question because I can't see my bump, just because of the dress and the color. I thought I chose a flattering dress, and so I just asked him, like, I'm just curious, off topic, not really anything to do with anything at all, but can you see my bump? And a lot of people said, yeah, I can see it, and some people asked if I could turn to the side, so then I did. But see, you probably still can't see. Oh, there
Oh,
it
I
is.
see it.
Yeah, I
That
see
baby
it.
is bumping.
Okay.
It's there.
I'm waiting on my feed's delayed.
Oh no.
See it.
Well, in 10 seconds you'll be able to see it. But
Now I see it.
yeah, that side profile is real. But you know, this is one of those dresses that you buy hoping that you can like hide some stuff, and it was doing it until today.
Oh, that's so cute. All right. Thank you so much for joining us here on After GMS. So much fun. And obviously we have a lot of fun relaxing with you and talking about things that are even off topic from
Yeah,
what we have
way off
scripted. We go
topic.
unscripted for this. We do this every day at 7:45. We hope you join us again tomorrow. For now, get out there and get to it.
Take care, everybody.